Um, Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another enlightening webinar brought to you by ICHA Support Foundation under their Visit MHP initiative in collaboration with Career Naksha. At ICHAS, we are committed to empowering coaches and mental health practitioners to contribute a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling world. We achieve this by providing comprehensive step by step training that equip them with advanced coaching and therapeutic skills. This in turn enables them to better serve their clients while achieving their professional and personal aspirations. This webinar is proudly brought to you by ICHA Support Foundation, an integral non-profit branch of ICHAS. Under this Visit MHP initiative, core mission of ISF revolves around promoting mental health, that is creating awareness and providing support and offering education. We firmly believe that by enhancing public awareness, educating communities, and providing individuals with the right tools, we can foster optimal mental health for all. ITA Support Foundation has initiated the Visit MHP Challenge, an inspiring initiative by mental health practitioners, encouraging individuals to seek help, provocating before it becomes too late, and also acting as a peer learning and support community for practicing psychologists, psychology students in India, whereby we hold regular case discussions on every Tuesday, second Tuesday of every month by around 6:30 p.m. to help psychologists and psychology students develop problem solving and analytical skills. We have started a subsidized counseling services for students of psychology dealing with psychological issues such as stress, anxiety, depression, or any other emotional difficulties. Through our subsidiary drive, we can access you can access counseling services from qualified professionals who specializes in mental health and psychological well-being. You can fill the form given in the chat box or visit mhp.com and book your first free discovery session. Now, under the Visit MHP initiative, we also have additional learning resources like worksheets, pre recorded courses, and much more. Every month, we host webinars and workshops on various psychological related topics. Keep an eye on our website and social media channels for announcements about upcoming webinars and workshops. Today's webinar is made possible through our partnership with Career Naksha, our valued collaboration in the field of career counseling. Joining us are the presenter is Mrs. Charanjeet Kaur, and the topic that she will be speaking on, that is establishing boundaries for mental well-being, a transformative session with Charanjeet Kaur. Thank you for joining us on this journey for knowledge and growth. We hope you find this webinar both encouraging and enlightening. I would now like to also introduce Career Naksha, giving you a brief introduction to iChas. We at iChas are committed to empowering coaches and mental health practitioners to contribute to a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling world. Uh, just give me a moment. Sorry for introduction. There was some technical glitch. So I would like to introduce our partner, that is Career Naksha. Career Naksha is an edtech startup based out of Vadodara, Gujarat, graduated from MS University, Baroda, run by alumni from IITs, IIMs, uh, VIT, and MSU, along with world's leading career psychologists, HR professionals, and industry experts. Career Naksha provides modern, personalized, data driven psychometric based career counseling and development platform for schools and college students, graduates, and early professionals. We have already helped 15,000 plus students and college students in finding their right career path in the last 4.5 years. With the help of scientific methods and tools like psychometric and personalized counseling, through our research and coverage, we have touched more than 10 lakh students across India digitally via all our social media channels and complete 150,000 plus hours of counseling and expanded our mentors and counselors network to 4,000 is in diverse area and 31 growth partners all over India, and one is Kingdom of Saudi. Also, Career Naksha is collaborated with CCI, that is the Counselors Council of India, a non-profit scientific and educational wing, was founded in 2011 and has its aim to promotion of human well-being and mental health support and career counseling India by research and practice of psychology. So, I would like to introduce our host today, Mrs. Charanjeet Kaur, who will be speaking on establishing boundaries for mental health well-being. Welcome to our channel, and
Good
you can
evening.
take it forward from here.
Good evening, Ranjit, and good evening, everyone.
Good
Yeah,
evening.
hello, everyone. So today's topic is boundaries. So basically, what are the boundaries? Boundaries are they are actually person's territory. So ultimately, they are. This is the process where we allow others how can they treat us, and what is the importance of the boundaries basically when you feel safe means this is your boundary. This is like basically it's your your space where you feel safe. And when somebody's try to cross that boundary or like step up that boundary, overstep that boundary, you start feeling unsafe. So there are like two kind of boundaries, like emotional boundaries, physical boundaries as well. So when like sometime and the physically boundary, when we physical like feel, you must have seen like जब कभी लाइक कोई भी इंसान आपके ज्यादा क्लोज आ जाता है तो you start feeling uncomfortable. So it means you want that person to be at a certain gap so that you can see clearly everything. So similarly, we have the emotional boundaries as well. में इमोशनल बाउंड्रीज में जहाँ पे कोई भी आपका लाइक आपकी स्पेस है जहाँ पे यू स्टार्ट फीलिंग अनकंफर्टेबल मीन्स लाइक अगर किसी ने आपको कुछ कहा कि आपने कुछ करना है और आपने वो नहीं कर पाए तो उसने आपको गुस्सा करना शुरू कर दिया या उसने आपको कुछ कहा तो till the time it's okay that you know what is the reason behind it, it's fine. But when he starts like overstepping your boundaries means एग्रेशन में आ रहे हैं या लाइक आपको ज्यादा बोला जा रहा है, ज्यादा आपको कंप्लेन्स हो रही हैं, तो वो क्या है मीन्स दे आर स्टेपिंग अप या ओवर स्टेपिंग योर इमोशनल बाउंड्रीज. So they are this try to using your you. So there are these are the main difference between emotional and the physical boundaries. So there are sometimes unclear boundaries because we don't know how to create boundaries in the very childhood, like when we are kids. So the way we brought up, the way our parents behave with us, or we have seen our parents to behave themselves, right? The way they were behaving, and our like the person who is authoritative figure in our life, maybe the few teachers, maybe few relatives, elders, so the way they are behaving we start learning our boundaries according to them. If suppose in the childhood if I'm doing something, the kid is doing something and somebody like told him that do this, just leave your work and do this. So he said, no, I don't want to do this, I just want to first finish my work. So that thing, the parent or that authoritative figure, they don't like it. So they said, no, you have to do this. Saying no is not right. So this way, like when the time passes, we start learning that everything, and we start learning that when I say no means I am doing something wrong. So I'm unpleasing my mother, or I'm giving pain to her, or I'm hurting her, or anybody else, maybe in our teachers or whatever. So that's where we learn, like we don't know, or we don't learn how to say no most of the time. So we are only saying yes, 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 because we start having the poor boundaries itself, right? So first of all, now we have learned, like we will learn here how to acknowledge our boundaries, that what are my boundaries. Just to acknowledge my boundaries, first of all, I need to check the or acknowledge my threshold point, that from which point I start feeling rejection, or I start feeling confrontation, or I start feeling abandoned. So these kind of feelings, they start coming up. So means this is the fear of every these kind of feeling emotions. So when I start feeling these kind of emotions, means this is the my threshold point of keeping boundaries with me. So the boundaries, how can we make them more more stronger, and how do we create boundaries? Sometimes people, they create their boundaries, which is the unhealthy way to create their boundaries, which are with aggression. They say, no, I don't want to do this, right? And some are, they start complaining that no, you have done this, so I don't want to do this, that way. And the other way is like manipulation. So when they start manipulating things that they don't want to do, but they don't want to say no also, so then they start manipulating the whole situation. And end of the day, they will like put the whole responsibility on you, that because of you I couldn't do this, or I can't do this. So this is the very, very poor boundaries they have, or this is the wrong way to create boundaries. And sometimes we create boundaries with pressure, that yes, you have to do this, or you don't have to do this, I don't want to do this. So there are few pressure which we feel. And these pressure, like when the fear of judgment, when the fear of punishments, and being perfect, in our childhood sometime it happens, when we are not doing something, or like our elders, they want us to do with the pressure, forcefully they want us to do few things, or we want our kids to do few things with the pressure. So they develop the feeling of judgment, feeling of punished, that if we don't do this means I'll be punished, or I will be judged, or I will be I have to be being perfect, otherwise I won't be acceptable in my environment, or I won't be the good. So that's why we start creating our boundaries with the wrong way. Those are the unhealthy ways to create boundaries. So now, if they are the unhealthy ways, then what are the correct ways to create the boundaries? Okay, so healthy ways, or the right ways to create the boundaries, are that we should know, first we should know what is my threshold point, like where I start. I should acknowledge that where I start getting negative emotions like abandoned feeling, or rejection feeling, or I start feeling aggression when somebody is saying something. So at that point, when, like, first of all, we have to acknowledge that point. And after acknowledging that point, we should start communicating. Communication verbally, like we can do with the help of our body language too, or sometimes we do these things with the we just leave the place, or we take isolation, that way. So that is also not the right way. So the right way to communicate your boundaries are firmly, are verbally, simply. You can always tell a person that I don't want to do this, so with respect. So just by keeping other respect, and just keep your own respect as well. So when you start respecting yourself, when you start self love, start loving yourself, okay, then you start keeping boundaries in a healthy way. So this is the very like calmly, and with the verbally communication, you can tell the other person that I cannot do this. Or first of all, you can do one thing. You can just make a list. If you are having poor boundaries, you can just start making a list of expressing boundaries. Okay, if I suppose I want to express my boundaries, so what do I feel? For that, maybe I feel shame, maybe I feel guilt, maybe I feel fear for that. So first make a list of all those emotions, and then just go a little deeper and see and ask yourself from where it started. What is the origin point of this emotion? Like when I started doing this, maybe you didn't remember, or but still you will come to know so many things about it, that yes, you are doing this. So for that, like some emotional issues are there, you cannot take. For that, you can always take a professional help. So to create those, to overcome those emotions, and to create very clear boundaries. So now the when they are the low boundaries, so they really impact our mental well-being plus our relationships. And these boundaries are very much important in everybody's relationship. How does it matter? In the relationship, the boundaries, like someone, if they are crossing your boundaries, or if you are not having your proper boundaries, you start feeling disrespectful, or you start feeling that someone is not कि मेरा मेरे को समझा नहीं जा रहा, आई एम नॉट गेटिंग अंडरस्टूड, मैं मेरे को कोई समझ नहीं पा रहा कि मुझे क्या चाहिए, उन इस तरह के इश्यूज आते हैं बहुत ज्यादा. So basically this is again, with the help of communication, we can resolve them and tell them that this is my space, I want to be like this. So and I like this, these are my likings, these are my dislikings. So when we communicate in a nicer way, in a better way, we can always find out some middle way for the any kind of relationship. And the second thing is, when we start if we have a poor boundaries in some relationship, what we do, we start changing our personality, we start changing our values just to impress the other person, or just to simply to oblige that person, or just to please that person, कि उनको बुरा ना लगे, या मेरे को I want to be show my that I am good enough. So वो चीजें दिखाने के लिए we start changing our personalities. And simply somewhere the guilty, when you have a guilty, so you yourself have something in you which is telling you that you are wrong. So when you are showing your personality, means your lines, your boundaries. So you are thinking that I am guilty for it. I don't want to be like this. So that way we just simply don't want to show our boundaries. Don't want to say no to that person, or don't want to do the things what we like, or even don't want to tell that person, because we think that we are wrong somewhere. Okay, so that kind of a feeling. And then one two three more points are there. Not getting actually what you deserve. So when we show that person that it's okay, when we start changing ourselves according to the other person, so the other person thinks that it's okay for you, if I give you this much, it's okay for you, because you're not showing it, because you are not telling that person that I want this much or I deserve. So that would impact your your values and your deserving factor, that how much you deserve. Then, like, you are not getting what you deserve. So what happens then? The again conflict starts happening in the relationships. And then like, when you know that this is my space and this person is there, like his space, and but our boundaries are very weak or very poor. So what we do, we keep wasting our energies and we keep wasting our time to manipulate or to like, linger on that relationship. And the last thing is, uh, when we become like, when we have poor boundaries, so either we become very controlling, because this is the way we have learned that how to show the boundaries. So, like, we forcefully start like, doing things or telling the others to do few things for us. So we start like becoming more controlling for this. So when we are into the relationship, the boundaries should be very very important, so that these boundaries give us lots of like, one, a clear clarity, what do we want and what do we don't want, right? And then it gives us the way, so that we can fulfill ourselves in a proper way. And there is, like, with the boundaries, there is one more concept which is related to it: how to say no. When our boundaries are weak or poor, we don't know how to say no. So when we don't know how to say no, we start saying yes, yes all the time, right? For whether we want to do it, do few things, whether we don't want to do few things. So we just simply say yes, but we just forget to say no related to like, our own things. If suppose somebody is saying, okay, let's go somewhere out, and you don't feel like going, but you cannot say no. So what will happen? You will, like, you will go, you will say yes and you will go, but you won't enjoy that time, and you won't enjoy those moments, and maybe you will, like, left so much of your work at home, or which you feel like doing it, or, and in this way you will lose that relationship also. You will like, create those moments in the negative, like, also. And then uh, एक चीज और होगी कि आपका खुद का, लाइक, मन भी अच्छा नहीं लगेगा आपको, यू डोंट फील गुड अबाउट इट, दैट व्हाई हैव गॉन, मेरा इतना काम रह गया, ये हो गया, वो हो गया, राइट? एंड देन द नेक्स्ट स्टेप वुड बी, you will start blaming the other person, that like, he took you, but he actually asked you. You couldn't say no, so you were allowed him to take you wherever, right? So this is the way, when our boundaries are very poor, means we don't allow people, we allow actually people to take advantage of our own self. So this saying no is a very very powerful, like, it has lots of powers in it, but it is very hard to say. Okay, so which is, we cannot say. First ask yourself, why I can't say no? What is the fear behind it? So when you start listing your things, maybe again the same things which I told you earlier also, that there may be some rejection, you will feel some abandonment, or maybe loneliness. So that those kind of things you will feel. So when you feel those kind of things, so you can always work on that particular thing. So before, like, making your boundaries strong, you should know yourself. Be aware of your own self. What are your likings, who you are, and how do you, like, want to do things, and what are the things which you don't like to do, all that, and how do you react on a particular thing, and like, सब कुछ अपने बारे में, कि मुझे क्या अच्छा लगता है, right? So when we start knowing about our own self, when we start getting aware our own self, about our own self, then what will happen? Then we will start creating our boundaries automatically. It would create our boundaries very very firm, and healthy boundaries. In healthy boundaries, there's no need to say, there's no need to get aggressive. There's no need to be complain. So those are the unhealthy ways, right? So these boundaries are very important for, similarly, for our mental well-being too. Mental well-being means when we are like happy from inside, mentally, emotionally, we are not drained, we are feeling fulfilled. So what happened, our mental well-being will be very happy and we are feeling very good. So when you stay in your healthy boundaries, and when you say, when you know how to say no firmly, how to create my boundaries in a healthy way, so that would impact your mental well-being very positively, and that would give you very very healthy and very very nice impact of your own personality as well as in your environment. And that, and good mental well-being means leads to a successful life, to a successful relationship, and a loving relationship as well. So Ranjit, I think if there is any question or anything, you can please come up, or if anybody. Ranjit, I can't hear you. Your voice.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, yeah, you are audible now. Yes, perfect.
For informing. Thank you so much, Charanjit ji, for a really very insightful session on establishing boundaries for mental wellness. We would also like to thank Career Naksha, our collaborators, for the webinar. And for details of IHR courses, people, you can visit institutes of clinicalhypnosis.com. And for Career Naksha courses, you can visit careernaksha.com. For subsidiary drive for psychology students to take psychological help for any mental health issues, visit MHP, visit mhp.com, or fill the form shared in the comment box. It was actually a really very insightful session. Ma'am, thank you once again.
Thank you
And
so much, Ranjit, for inviting me. Thank you so much.
yeah, so we will be going offline. Thank you, audience. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.